Hello, this is Warren Green, and welcome to Focus Friday, where we help you focus on strategically growing your business utilizing our strategic planning suite. Today, we're going to be discussing how to transfer your plan from our strategic planning workout modules over into SPAT, which is our strategic planning accountability tool. Please allow me to share my screen. So you'll see here, this is the strategic planning workout modules, module 7, and it is called a dream list. And under this dream list, this is an opportunity for you when you were working on your plan to dream of where you want to take your business and what are the actions or tasks to be able to grow your business based on the vision that you have set. You'll see here where you have a task of increasing annual sales to whatever that amount may be, and it will vary based on your particular business, of course. And then the why you are pursuing that particular task. When you can just use a year, like year 5, year 2, year 3, whatever. You don't have to have it specific with the month and a day. You will do that once you get over into SPAT. The baseline, if there is a baseline, and if so, what time period is that baseline based off, and any assumptions that are made on the plan or the task that you set. And so the question is, how do you take all of this information that you have put in and transfer it over to SPAT? Because this is a Word document, and then SPAT is an Excel file, without having to retype all of this information. So we go over here to SPAT, and this is your homepage here. And so there's a tab here in SPAT. It's called SPWM, Strategic Planning Workout Modules Import. And so when we go over to this import, you'll notice that here is information. So it's already here, but let me show you what we will do. If you will just hit data, and from the text file, you'll see that there is a file here, which is a text document. And if you'll click this, it will allow you to pull that the data over, and it'll pull it over into a delimited file. Once it comes over, then there is a sorter that pulls all of your tasks here. Those tasks can then go into your dream sheet, which allows you to work out more details on whether or not you have goals or they are objectives, and what focus area they're going to be tied to, whether or not they are measurable or nominal. Nominal being yes or no. We did it or we didn't do it. Um, what you'll notice here on the goal for the green and the red, if there's consensus among your team members, like here, there's consensus that this particular task is a goal, you'll notice that it shows up as green, saying that that's more of a goal according to your team members. Whereas here, there was more consensus on this particular task being an objective of some other goal. And so the team members selected objective, the majority of the team members selected objective. And so therefore, it was 3 out of 5. And so it was yellow. But on here, the majority selected objective. And so then it was green. Um, this is just this tool helps you to be able to, as you're working with your team members, to determine whether or not you want that to be an overarching goal or if it's going to be an objective. And again, you may remember me having said in the past that you want to kind of limit your overarching goals to as few as possible. Although SPAT will allow for up to 12 goals, you clearly don't have to go to 12 goals. and that will only be if you've got a larger mid-sized company. Okay. Um, and of course, once you get your dream sheet, then that allows you to go to your data table. And once you build your data table and get that built, then for that point, you're off to the races. You have everything else that you will need. But we will spend more time on next week talking about the data table and setting up the data table and kind of going from there. Um, if, well, we'll just kind of go back here and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. There we go. And so, as always, if there are any questions that you may have, feel free to email me at wgreen@veracityplanning.com. By all means, hopefully you will check out some of my other videos that I've done on our strategic planning suite. Next week, when we cover some of the additional tools, we will eventually talk about pricing. And I think you're going to be very surprised when we talk about prices. That is it for today. You all have a wonderful rest of your Friday as well